Good morning. Welcome back to Life at Home with S. In today's video, I wanted to do a library haul. I have some books that I picked up for myself and for my 6-year-old son from our local library. We go about bi-weekly, sometimes weekly, depending on if we are reading vivaciously or not. So in this video, I wanted to share the books I picked out for myself and for my son. I'll start with my books just in case you are not interested in children's books. You can watch the first half and then skip the second half if it's not for you. The first book I have is Nikki Giovanni, A Good Cry. This is such a good book. I've actually never checked it out. This is one I actually would buy because I would reach for it again. I've listened to it. I listened to it for the first time a couple years ago. I'm also I'm not even sure the word. I love the Libby app. I'm a stan for the Libby app. So I listen to all the audiobooks on there. So I listened to this a couple different times, and she reads it on the audiobook, which is so good. Some of these poems are so good, and I just like reading them. I like just flipping through them, just ruminating on them. So I checked this book out for the first time, even though I've listened to it like 2 or 3 times, probably about once a year, sometimes more. I listened to it for the last like 2 years. So this is really good if you like introspective poems. I mean, I think everybody is kind of familiar with Nikki Giovanni at this point, but this one is really good. It's really, really good, especially if poems is not really your thing. This one might be okay for you. Poems is not really my thing. This is probably the first poem book that I've read front to back since I was like in school and had to for like assignments. So I really like this. The next book I got, the next 2 books are religious books. I got Dangerous Prayers by Craig Groeschel. I started this one. I was listening to it on the Libby app too, and then I saw it while I was in the library. I was like, oh, let me check it out. I like this book a lot. I haven't finished it. I've kind of gotten distracted with the next book I've kind of delved into, but this is good. It has I think it says it right here. It has a plan on the Bible app, one of those reading plans. Looks like he has one of those. I read another one. I completed another Bible study plan that he had on the Bible app, and I really liked that one. So I saw this book on the Libby app, so I downloaded it, and then I saw this in the library, so I went ahead and checked it out. It is really good so far. It's not exactly what I thought it would be, so in that sense, I was like, because I thought it was more of a book on teaching you how to pray, because that's something I'm kind of working on. It's like strengthening my prayers and just making sure I'm praying the right way, which I know there's kind of like no wrong way to pray, but this does do that, just not in the sense that I'm looking for like directions, which is what where I'm kind of at. But I think I will definitely come back to this at some point and really get into it. So if you're there, this is more so like it says, but you'll be inspired to pray boldly, pray powerfully, pray with fire. You'll see how much you can trade ineffective prayers and lukewarm faith into raw, daring prayers that will push you to new levels of passion and fulfillment. So I'm not even praying lukewarm prayers just yet. So it's like I gotta like get the basics down before I jump into this. But if you're there, this is great. The next book, which I am loving this book, is Sick of Me by Whitney Capps. This book is really, 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 really good. If you're just kind of interested, if you are self-help girly through and through, and you feel like you've read all the self-help books, and if Christianity is your faith, and you feel like you've read them all and you just kind of either can't stick with the changes that are in them, or they never seem to like seep in deep enough to really like help you make the changes, I recommend this book. I am almost done. I probably have a quarter or so left here, and it's really good. The way she kind of is breaking down like sanctification and just kind of like your responsibility and God's responsibility to making you the best person you can be is really good. So I recommend this as well. The next book is now the next 5 books I have not I have not cracked open yet, and I want to. This is my second time checking this book out. It's First Lie Wins. This book sounds so good. Oh my goodness, it says the identity comes first. Evie Porter, once she's giving a name and a location by her mysterious boss, Mr. Smith, she learns everything there is to know about the town and the people in it. Then the mark, Ryan Sunner, the last piece of the puzzle is the job. Evie isn't privy to Mr. Smith's real identity, but she knows this job isn't like the others. Ryan has gotten under her skin and she's starting to envision a different sort of life for herself. But Evie can't make any mistakes, especially after what happened last time. Evie Porter must stay one step ahead of her past while making sure there's still a future in front of her. The stakes couldn't be higher, but then Evie has always liked the challenge. Ooh, that sounds so good, and I have not cracked it open yet. And it's not, how many pages? It's not super, like, it looks kind of, I don't know if this is big or not. No, it's not really that big, but there's spaces in here, so it's not, the words are kind of tiny, but let's see how many pages. Oh, it's, make sure I'm all the way at the end. It's 338 pages, so it's not, she's not a hefty girl. I gotta get to, I'm really excited for this. I'm hoping to get into that and finish it this weekend. I don't have a lot going on, so I'm hoping I can get into that. This book sounds really good too. The Substitution Order by Martin Clark. This one says, Kevin Moore, once a high-flying Virginia attorney, hits rock bottom after an inexplicably tumultuous summer leaves him not only disbarred but also separated from his wife. I'm not going to get into, like, I'm not going to read the whole thing for all of these because that would just take forever. But it sounds really good because he starts working at a sub shop, which is where the substitution order comes from in the title. This sounds really good too. So basically he's trying to, like, figure out what he's doing. And with the, it feels like it's kind of like on time with the current climate and everything in the world. So I was like, I'll get into a little law. This one's only $3.35 too. Was this one $3.35? I think it was. I can't remember. Oh no, I'm reading a little bit of it now. This one was $3.38. So again, this sounds really good. I'm excited to get into this. I don't know if I'm going to get into all these by the time it's time to take the books back, but I might. This one, it sounds really good too. I love historical fiction. Every time I see this little icon in the library, I'm like, let me look at you and see what you're about. This one, I remember reading this in the library. This one is about a Korean girl. Was she adopted? No, I think that was another book I picked up. I'm getting mixed up. But it says, from the days of her childhood in the 1950s Midwest, Catherine knows she is different and that her parents are not who they seem. As she matures from a girl of rare intellect into an exceptional mathematician traveling to Europe to further her studies, she must face most human problems. Who is she? What is the cost of love? And what is the cost of ambition? I'm going to skip down some, and it says, when she embarks on a quest to conquer the Riemann hypothesis, the greatest unsolved mathematical problem of her time, she turns to a theorem with mysterious history that may hold both the lock and key to her identity and secrets long buried during World War II. Ooh. Yeah, I know some people are like, bore, but I like history and stuff as well. That sounds really good. This book is by Catherine Trung, which, is the main character's name Catherine? It is, except main character's name is spelled with a K. The author's name is spelled with a C. I don't know why. I think I assumed the girl was Korean because of the face here, but it didn't mention that. Did I read that? Now I'm like, hope I'm not like misjudging here. I don't know, but this sounds really good. I am a little worried. It does get into, like, I just saw Nazi on the page and I'm like, ooh, I don't like too much of that, but I guess with World War II, that kind of comes with it. The next is a crochet book, contemporary crochet. I love crocheting. I don't crochet nearly enough. The ADHD kicks in sometimes, and I just can't sit still long enough. I feel like I always have too much to do to sit and really crochet. But this is some cool crochet patterns, like stuff I would actually wear, and stuff like my husband probably will wear, or my son. Now, my son bought a hat just like this on Temu, so which is why this book caught my eye right away, because he was like, Mom, you could probably crochet this. And I was like, I probably could. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I have to get this because the patterns is in here. But there's some really cool, like modern, I think that's literally what they get, contemporary crochet. 35 super easy garments and accessories by Liv Huffman. And like, look at this stuff. Like some of the pictures are kind of, like, look at those granny square shorts. I love that. And it's like, I can do a granny square if there's anything I can do. Like this little poncho with the fringe. I was so excited my library. Look at these shorts. Now my husband would probably wear these shorts. There's really cool stuff in here. I was like, ooh. So this is probably the first time at the library I checked out books that more than one book that I actually want to buy. Like, I want to buy this. How much is it? $20. That's not bad. Like, I think I might look for this on Amazon and buy it because I need it. Like, it's going to take me forever. Like I said, I have like, oh, that vest. Look at this vest. Look at that. That's too cute. Silver vest. Yeah, so like I think I would buy this book. I would buy this book. I would buy this book. And then, I mean, I don't know about the rest of them yet, but like 3 books out of a library haul that I would actually purchase in my own money is not bad. And then the next book is How to Draw Flowers and Plants. I like drawing. I don't draw nearly enough. I'm not a good drawer. So, sometimes, you know, even though I'm not great at it, I like to do it. But it has like pretty things like Morning Glory. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Morning Glory. Roses. And just like, you know, for my journals and things like that, I can just draw. And we like to sit down and draw sometimes as like a family. We just sit down and draw. It's kind of like something everybody in my house likes to do if we sit down and do it, especially if I'm like making them. Kind of like, okay, it's time to clock out of the phones and the TV and the iPads and let's sit down and like draw. This is something that everybody in my house will sit down and do without too much pushback. The next set of books I have are for my son. Like I said, he's 6. I didn't get any books for my oldest son. He's 13. I was gonna say 14. He's 13, and he's kind of in that funky stage where I don't know, he's just not really into a whole lot of books at the moment. He would read books. I just have to find him. He keeps reverting back to books that he read when he was like really young, maybe out of nostalgia. I don't know if 13 is too old to be nostalgic, but like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, he's been rereading when we do have reading time. He's been reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which, I mean, 14, 13, he'll be 14 in February, and I just keep putting him there, but he's still 13. 13 is, I think Diary of a Wimpy Kid is still 13. He has all of them, so he's just been rereading them. So I have to find some new books for him that will hold his interest. Yeah. Especially like the Jason Reynolds books. He's been rereading those at school like nonstop, so he's kind of over all of those. So yeah, I gotta find some books for my oldest son. But for my youngest son, he loves books. He loves reading. He struggles a little bit with reading. And maybe I'll share some more about that for some other parents who might have dyslexic children. I don't see a whole lot of information about it, and to be honest, at this point I don't have a whole lot of information but the information I've read online. So I would like to share some more about that and kind of like how we're helping him, but at this point I don't have anything. But I hope to really soon, so I'll just kind of breeze through these really quick. This one I got from him to read like at bedtime after like we read a book and sometimes he's not sleepy, especially if we're like on time. I'm like, dude, it's time to go to bed. You can read a book on your own. But it's the Spidey Amazing Friends Let's Swing Spidey Team. And it's just like a little comic book. So I thought this was cute. And he can kind of like flip through it on his own time. Like he picked this out when he was picking the book through. I said, dude, I'm not reading this to you. Like, I mean, I guess I could do like a couple pages a day, but maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll read him a couple pages a day because he's not reading yet. Like I said, he's dyslexic and we're not done all the testings and all that stuff yet. So we read a lot just to kind of keep it in him, but he's not reading by himself just yet. The next book we have is Pencil and Eraser. We have a dual Emma. That's cute. And this was another like graphic novel. But it has like bigger things, so I probably will read this one to him straight through. But it just seemed really cute. They have, and this is like kind of like a new Elephant and Piggy. They have all these cute duos like Elephant and Piggy. When my oldest son was younger, that was like the hot book. So that's cute. Here's another duo, Snail and Worm. Again, this one is cute. We read this one. This one is definitely like Elephant and Piggy. Yeah, this one is cute. Like the worm at one point was like, he has a pity. And he's like, of course, I am so handsome. But he's looking at Abraham Lincoln and he's thinking it's a mirror. But obviously it's not. It's Abraham Lincoln. And he's like, look at my handsome chin. It's so cute. Got a Mandalorian. We love the Mandalorian in our household. I'm so sad it has not come back out. Like, what are they doing to us? But we have this, and it just kind of goes through each character. These are cute, especially because sometimes he'll watch this with me and my husband, and he kind of knows what's happening a little bit. So that was fun to go through. The next bunch of these, I think we've read like one or two. We haven't read this one yet. Vacation. Did I say the title of these books and the authors? I'm sorry, guys. I will try to put a picture up about them. I'm probably moving a little bit too fast. But the next book is Vacation by Anne Dyckman and Mark Teague. So this one is cute. It's Bat, Cat, and Rat. So this one looks pretty cute. I don't really know what it's about yet, but it looks fun. Then we have Zero Zebras. We read this one. This one was cute. It's basically like acknowledging the number 0 when you're counting. And like it's called Zero Zebras because there's literally no zebras in the book. And they kept saying 0 zebras. My son kind of got annoyed with that. But it was nice. I liked it. Really pretty graphics. This one I'm excited to read. This one is My Teacher is a Robot by Jeffrey Brown. And it's a kid who basically is like scared to go to school because he's convinced his teacher is a robot. This seems really cute. Next, The Perfect Siesta by Pato Mena. Promising to wake up something is a big responsibility. Oh, promising to wake up someone is a big responsibility. That is true. That's funny. This one looks cute too. And second to last is Thunder Trucks by Cheryl Klein, Katie Beebe, and illustrated by Mike Bolt. This one looks good. It says Thunder Trucks loud, Thunder Trucks strong, Thunder Trucks moving the storm along. This one's cute. It looks nice. This one's perfect for like the last one before you go to bed. Good night after this one for sure. It looks nice and cozy. And last but not least is Hot Rod Hamster's Monster Truck Mania by Cynthia Lord and illustrated by Derek Anderson. This one looks cute. It's just a little, I think we've read, they have like, I'm pretty sure we've read that one and maybe even this one before. So, I just picked this one up because it kind of fits the theme. He's 6. He likes trucks. And, you know, all the things. And the pictures are so bright and pretty. These remind me of the books I was reading when I was younger. So that is it. I hope you all enjoyed my library book haul. I'll probably do these maybe consistently. Every time I go to the library, I'll show you all what I got. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. There's more to come. I'm just getting started on here, so I'm trying to find my footing. But I hope to just share my life at home, kind of like my channel name suggests. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you.